listening to Brigade-Radio-One.
Good morning. Time to do some damage here with Combat Radio. Welcome to your Friday, or if you're downloading this and playing it later, whatever fucking day it is where you are at. Some things about us real quick. June 29th, special private event, Combat Radio event with Big Bad Voodoo Daddy at the Spawn Theater on Wilshire. Should be fun. Quite dangerous. And you can go to our Facebook page and get yourself some tickets. You can see Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. You can mix it up with some voodoo-type drinks and cause all kinds of mayhem. What else is happening with us? Well, a pictorial book, or picture book. I guess that's the term, right? Picture book. Of all our live concert broadcasts of the past year is coming out this week. And I have to say, of course, it's about me, so I think it's fantastic. But from a visual standpoint, I forgot how much we had actually done in the past year. But there's great backstage stories, everything from terrorist attacks to Oingo Boingo losing a member in Mexico, to George Lynch of Dawkins and Lynch Mob fame, fabricating a bulletproof vest out of paperback books as he took fire from federal agents and rubber bullets, opposing the Dakota Pipeline. All the stories, all the elements, all the pictures are in there. Live broadcasts and recaps with everyone from the Temptations to Blue Oyster Cult. Yes, there's a picture of Godzilla. Everyone. It's pretty fun. The members of Queensryche. It's Iron Maiden's Marshall Tucker Band. It's an endless array of crazy. Berlin, the English Beat. You know, the members of the English Beat, the drummer, Sneak, he was the guy that sang Under the Sea Man at Disneyland before he was hired for the English Beat. It's all in there. Go to Facebook /Combat Radio or Twitter. Details on how you can get the book. It's pretty awesome. And we've got some signed copies that we're putting together with all the artists that are in it. So you can even score a book that's fully autographed by all these crazies. I mean, the thing starts with Bruce Springsteen. Why? Because last week we did a broadcast at the Saban with Steven Van Zandt. He's one of my heroes. No, not because of his work on The Sopranos. Certainly not for Lilyhammer. We'll skip over that one. Not because he's the guitarist for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band and produced half of his shit. He's my hero because of his work with the cultural boycott that got Nelson Mandela out of prison. That's all in the book, too. And, of course, he does his show. We're backstage to do the interview. Who shows up? Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, typical day on the job for us, folks. I'm sorry. That's the way it works. But what's good about that is we captured it and a photo and some fun backstage stories and put it in a book. So for those who actually care, it's going to be there for you. All right, so let's get down to the fun now that the business is out of the way. You're going to love this guy. We love this guy. He's just in from New York where he does his work on Blue Bloods, saving the world or saving society, one dinner at a time. He is absolutely one of our favorites. He's been a writer-producer on everything from Law & Order SVU to Hercules to Blade to Under the Dome, the Stephen King deal, which, by the way, I think there's a sequel to The Shining called Dr. Sleep being put together. We'll ask him about that. I don't know that he's on it.
I have no idea what you're...
I have no idea. Yeah. So, this is Dan Truly, ladies and
gentlemen. It's
not
like
Dan.
Steven calls me. Okay, look, I'm thinking about this thing. Could I run some stuff by you? Like, Steve, look,
Steven, I'm sick of ghostwriting.
Look, I've got James Patterson on the other line. He's crying his eyes out.
Yeah, call Bachman. Call Richard Bachman. God damn it, let him do the work he's getting credited for. Dude, I put Skeleton Crew together for you, Steven, and I did it over coffee. Enough of this crap.
Yeah.
But that is actually true, that there's a sequel in the works. Yeah, you know about that, right?
I do.
Are they already, they might already
I mean, I'm assuming after the extraordinary success of It last summer.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's been no more checkered movie career for Stephen King than Stephen King. I mean, you know, like they made a lot of bad movies about out of his stuff, but he's had a resurgence because of what's the thing with Brendan Gleeson on cable? Then there was Under the Dome, was a huge hit for CBS.
Are you talking about Castle Rock?
There is Castle Rock.
Because I think that went off the rails. We'll get to that in a minute, though.
But It was a huge hit, and the new trailer came out for the second chapter, which comes out which, you know what, I actually like the trailer much better than the movie. I find it was actually the Stephen King book that kind of was the end of my Stephen King reading career because it was 10,000 pages.
It was ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know that if you're a Stephen King advocate, he can do no wrong. But personally, I tried to put the audiobook on that, and it literally seemed like the rainstorm took 45 minutes to talk us through. Something about it, though. What I love about it is I was watching it with my wife, and there's that scene where all the kids decide to muscle up their psychology, and they're going to go into the haunted house to face the the monster. Clowns, by the way, are fucking terrifying.
Right.
When there was no happier day when I realized these clown sightings were happening, because I said, no, this is where I can settle years of agony that clowns have inflicted on me and society. When we find these guys trying to scare us, we can get them back. Now there's a physical form we can physically retaliate against.
Okay, you may need a series of clinical evaluations and perhaps mood-altering drugs.
Well, that for sure.
You know what? I love the trailer, and I love the new trailer, and I love Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise, and
fantastic.
All the kids were good at. What I didn't love about it is just. And Stephen King always kind of does this. He writes children as adults where they say all these beautiful things to each other. And when I was a kid, you just didn't talk that way with other kids. It was, people were like, what are you, gay? Like, why are you telling me you love me? You do love your friends, but it's not easy to talk about. So I just thought that a lot of it was kind of mushy and melodramatic. I thought the terrifying parts were great, but it was just like, we're going to get together and we're going to say, and I get that if it's your little brother who gets his arm ripped off, but the other kids kind of rallying around. I liked when they bantered.
It's like, so they're going into this house to face the clown. Finally, they've got their strength together to do it. And I'm watching it with my wife, and she just shakes her head and goes, that is such a white people thing. You would not catch any of my
personally,
people
I don't
into a
see
fucking
color,
haunted
so I don't
house.
know what you're talking about.
I don't see color either, of course. And neither does she, obviously, when she watch these white kids walk into.
You better subscribe to this channel before you look uncool.